But that doesn't mean that you all can't do a little bit of planning before they get here. We can kind of get an idea of what's going on.
Okay, so I vote long rest if we have this because I'm a little beat down.
Yeah, how because we just gave them the crystal and they need hours probably to get the ship functional, right? Um,
So they're going to have to take a look at what's going on, but for all intents and purposes, this ship's pretty much grounded until they do some major work on it. Now
yeah,
the ship's not dying, it's basically no longer having to make death saves.
all right. But in the meantime, we have Subject X roaming the boat, and we just got alerted of the stronghold. Correct. Um, but there was no. Was there any dire time frame around that, or was it just a hurry up?
That
Somebody
that
respond.
happened during the snowstorm, the last one that you guys were in, the dark dwarves, deep dwarves, the Dwigger. They ended up doing that stuff, and in East Haven, I'll actually bring that part of the map up.
I'm just trying to think if there's no reason not to take a long rest. Like, are we going to be letting somebody croak or something? I'm just trying to think.
Yeah. So you guys are right here at the ID Ascendant.
Right.
You know that the dwarves' stronghold is this. That meets all the specifications, and they headed from East Haven. One of them was caught, but they got that Charlton bust, and they're making their way down to there.
Hmm.
For what
So,
purpose, nobody knows yet.
right. So they stole all the chatelaine from the masthead, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So we could probably long rest and then be ready to either go to the stronghold, or if you guys are still interested in going to the Duchess, that's up to you. But that's going to be a long trek.
So my top priority right now is killing that thing.
Right, but you said you're almost.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So like long rest followed by.
mhm. I mean, well, I'd be down to help because that is one thing that the mind flayers would like to take care of is either catch or dispatch. I think that's what they said.
Yeah, they already said that for the help with getting the psychic crystal, that they agreed to be performers in Gab's and Vernon's uh, fighting ring, basically.
Right. Okay.
They're still trying to wrap their heads around how exactly that works. But a deal is a deal, and
Deal is a deal.
they will do that.
Um, what's Jay think? What's Vernon Shoals think? Vernon Shoals with two Z's.
I kind of like it. Going. I mean, if you guys need to take a break, I guess we can do that. But
I I'll just throw this out there. What if you give us the plans for your, well, number one, you'd have to have all the materials, right? If you're able to give us the plans, then we can start building whatever needs to be done while you take your rest. Because I don't need one.
I
I
don't
don't.
I don't need one either.
And you can still get
Absolutely.
hit points back by burning hit dice from a short rest. So you don't need to take the whole 8 hours. You can take an hour, burn your hit dice.
So I am more concerned about my spell slots,
Mm, those would refresh on a long rest.
and I'm going to need those for this venture.
Right. But if it, like I'm saying though, is if it'll help get your stuff prepped while you take your
Yeah,
rest.
yeah. No, we
Run
can
back
definitely save some time on that. Let me
whatever we could do.
Did you guys see my plan? I can draw it out for you. Hold on a second.
Tell me your plan
And then
before you go night night.
if you go ahead and check the Discord.
I saw the plan there.
Expertly drawn. I will, in fact, give you inspiration for this session for that because
that
you have
was
no
pretty
idea
funny,
how
too.
much that tickled me.
I do like the one where you have an arrow pointing to Gron's armpit. I just that's the cake. I don't know if you intentionally did that.
No, it just kind of flowed. It was free form.
So yeah,
So the first part of the plan, right? We're actually talking brass tacks on this one. Is we need to distract that thing somehow. My being a ranger and such, my plan was to talk some of the local wildlife into essentially stampeding a good distance away. Just to kind of draw and distract. But if you guys have a better plan to get it away from us, what I would like to do is first we have to get the right location. So I got to find something with a good rocky outcrop that you guys can kind of stand on, hide on. That's going to give you like that standoff distance that we need. And then also something I can anchor the chain to, and then we go from there. But the first part is kind of scouting location and then deciding how we're going to knock that. So I don't know how you want to handle that.
do you have this said chain?
So my understanding is that the ship has quite a few chains on it for whatever they're doing with massive chains. And I figure since we're doing this for them, they can spare a few.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can distract. I can shoot a blast, 120 feet out somewhere in a direction. But I don't know if 120 feet is enough.
Also, with the psychic crystal like put in place, the ship has like a heartbeat now, so it's got a low thump to it.
That's going to be a problem.
The mind flares also let you know that the reason why they haven't left is because while they are able to kind of fly and hover themselves, none of their they can't carry much of their equipment. They're small, frail.
Right. So that's why I think as odd as it is, the elk plan on that one is somewhat actually beneficial because you have something living that's presenting a pattern that these things we know hunt, and it's also moving away from us very, very fast and very, very far. And that's really just to buy us time to set up and get in place. Basically, we're building an ambush for this thing, and I want to set you guys up as support by fire position, and then I'll lure it in and actually tag it with the hook, and then once it's wounded down a little bit, I can deliver some killing blows.
Indeed.
Thoughts?
How are you going to make the grappling hook?
So I'm going to take the 3 javelins I have left. I'm going to get a nice little fire going. I'm going to heat them over there, and I'm going to hit the shit out of them with a hammer until they go into hooks. And then I'm going to forge weld all 3 of them together. So it's basically like a treble hook with a chain. It's basically the same way you catch catfish.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. You'd need smithing tools for that, and you need a smith to do that. And that's some shit I could do.
There we go.
That is true.
So if you get direction, then that's something you could build, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's fucking easy.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like it so far.
I mean,
So
do you not know who I am? Vernon Scholes with two Z's.
so
Look
and
at
then I also
look at
need
this
you
guy.
to rig away a quick way to attach the chain securely to the rock.
It's like a piton.
Yeah, it's got to be able to hold, because the idea is this thing's going to swallow that hook, and it's going to just tether it in place so it can't escape. Well, we
Disgusting.
unload on it. I'm going to be hiding above it in the whatever little plane of existence is hanging out above them,
From your rope
and
trick.
from my rope trick, and then that's going to allow me to drop down and lay hate with the sword.
So then I got the little ones finally help do magic hurt monster. And then monster is dazed and wounded, which is good. I
Yeah.
like how you put that in parentheses. And then the last part is you yeet yourself down there on it and basically slice it in twain.
Yes.
The mind flayers are kindly asking if you could capture it alive. They would be really, really grateful. And they might be able to present you with a reward.
Mm. Do we have a way to subdue it once it's hooked?
So there
Okay.
is this awesome thing that when you reduce something to 0 hit points, you don't have to do lethal damage. You can just say like, I knock it out.
Okay. Yeah, we can just beat the living shit out of it. You can haul it back. But I want 2 of its teeth.
There
so
there
that
is
so that I
there
can replace my javelins with monster teeth, because it's metal.
there is another option, perhaps. Could Gabs put it into its disco trance again?
Oddly enough, Gabs, Calum, and Raven are all saying that they're going to go. Well, Gabs specifically is saying that he's going to head into the town and start spreading the glorious word about this familiar fighting circle. I don't know. Do you have a name for it, Vernon?
No, we have. I don't think we've come up with that yet.
Wait a minute, are you guys playing fucking Pokemon?
To a
No.
lesser extent, but yes.
Oh, all right,
That's
cool. No,
familiar
carry on.
fun.
So he's gonna start heading out and traveling around and putting the word out and trying to get places. Caleb's gonna go with him, and Raven's gonna act as security. So that is our 3 people who are not here to play. That explains their absence.
All right.
Okay, what can they tell us about this thing to give me an idea? I've hunted lots of monsters. Can I get kind of an idea as to how much it'll take to put this fucker down, based off of what they know about it?
Let's see. Give me an Arcana check. And
Well, we know it's a large creature. Please keep talking. You're very interested.
with a 14, you know that these things can genuinely. They're pretty beefy. They are also very, very armored. you know that their telltale thing is to burrow, which you've seen before, and then they usually spring up and then leap out.
Yeah, that's why I want to hook it so it can't burrow. I'm just trying to think of how hard we can hit this thing.
It's not very intelligent, but it is very strong, stronger than almost all humans, and very hardy. Dumb but strong and tough.
Okay. Are they able to I guess I could rig a larger trap for it. Does the terrain allow me to take advantage of like something mountainous near where it can burrow out of? Because I assume there's a point at which it can't burrow through, kind of like the in Trimmers, where the can't go through the big fucking rocks or something.
Yeah, like it won't be able to go through like hard rock. It'd take a while for it to go through hard rock, but yeah, you can find rocky outcroppings and stuff like that.
Okay.
For the sake of player stuff, we'll just automatically assume that the conditions that you're looking for within reason are going to be met. So if you're like, we're looking for that rocky outcropping that we can get onto, you know, you'd find all that stuff.
So, do we have a way if I can pin it using that hook, at least getting it held in place, which I can do pretty easily. Can we somehow cause an avalanche near it? Or like a rock fall?
You
Trying
might
to think
you might
think
be
of a
able
way
to.
I can cause a lot of bludgeoning damage really quick.
Well, one of those things that would do a lot of bludgeoning damage really quick would be it falling, because they cannot fly. Yeah, hitting it with like a lot of large stuff would help out as well. Of course, they can always burrow, so it wouldn't be like trapped underneath there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to knock it out.
And I automatically assume that while this conversation is being had, you're starting your long rest.
Yeah.
And Gabs, Calum, and Raven are using this opportunity to take off while Subject X is licking its wounds, and then Vernon is working on the treble hook type of thing.
I can hook it if I can keep it in place long enough. Can they hit it with anything else? Do they have any sort of other weaponry on board this ship that can knock this thing out?
Yeah, on the battle deck there's a ballista.
Yeah, that ballista works.
The ballista on the cargo deck is damaged. They ascertained that from the last time. It got severely warped and bent.
Yeah, I fixed the other one though.
All right, if we can keep that thing distracted long enough for me to get to that rock, secure it in place, and then lure it and hook it, I can then stay out of range while you guys hit it with the ballista.
So the ballista is definitely going to be one of those load, aim, fire things. An action to load, an action to aim, and then an action to fire.
Wait, you said that this is one of those that you can do with one person.
Ah, yeah, Gnomish Engineering. Thank you very much. Good catch. It'll take an action to load and then only one to fire. Because it's got the loading property.
Okay. What else do we have for damage that we can do on this thing? Quick. I mean, you guys use magic and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we can, yeah. I mean, I can put something into it. Well, who's going to operate the ballista, or is that going to be one of the mind flayers?
So the three small ones, Rix, Ren, and Zigguard, are all kind of a little too aloof. They are wandering around, not really paying much attention to anything. Vorin and Drevidix are the other two that are basically kind of like, one of them is constantly trying to keep on the smaller squidlings, and then also give subject beta commands to put all the stuff back in the cargo hold.
Mm-hmm.
So depends. I mean, they're, if you're trying to capture it, they're amenable to help out.
All right. I vote I hook it in place, and then you guys shoot the shit out of it with whatever you got, and I'll yeah, I'll hit it as hard as I can from where I'm at. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan. It's the only plan we got.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Well, hey, let's see what you got, man. Let's see if your drawing works out. I mean, you obviously put a lot of thoughts into this, so let's go.
Cool.
So while you're taking your long rest, I'm gonna help Vernon with whatever, just to lend my aid where possible.
Yeah, that should.
There's like a long rest button or something on here, isn't there?
There is.
Yep, it's right at the top. Next to short rest.
Okay. Hold on. Mine's in like a Do you guys have a reset maximum HP checked? What are we using for recovery?
Yeah, you should be able to. Basically, it's like a Final Fantasy VII level up. You get all your hit points, all your other stuff back.
Words.
That'll be 6 o'clock in the afternoon, which is the start of evening.
Good.
For that 8 hours.
It's the best time to go fishing.
Bowie said that he is on his way, so I will add him back.
Caleb was like, just kidding, I don't want to go to town. Fuck that.
He was like, I saw them pass the dangers. Now it is time for me.
Cool. How's that treble hook and everything coming along? Good to go?
Yeah.
It's something easy for you. All it takes is
Okay.
time.
Yeah, and if you're doing like taking a break or whatever, like that, that's fine. It's too easy.
So anybody want to catch Bowie up with the with what's going on?
The Chiefs are gonna win the Super Bowl. Go for a 3-peat. Oh, sorry, you're talking about the game.
Oh. Yeah, so here's where we're at now. I'm going to how far away is this outcrop from the ship? Where are we looking at? What's our math on this one?
Roll me 1d100.
Ooh.
Or a percentile.
Sorry for being late, guys. I had to make a later drop than I thought.
It's good. It's 75 feet away, because I like round numbers.
Word. Okay. To which cardinal direction?
Roll me a 1d12.
In that direction.
12 is going to be dead north, so 7, so it is going to be southwest. More
Oh.
south than west.
Okay, so we're up here, and we were talking how much? 75. Boom. So we're right here. Okay, that's I can work with that. All right. So I'm gonna get out to this thing. I'm gonna attach that hook. I'm gonna start smacking that hook on the ground really loud to draw attention. Can we send a blast or get some movement to my I guess northeast of the ship, just to kind of draw its attention away while I'm getting out there? I don't think it's going to take me very long, and I've also got pretty good
I could
stealth.
shoot an arrow and do a bursting shot, if that would help.
Is that going to be enough to
Probably
draw
shoot
its
it anywhere.
attention?
Is it?
I
It's an
think
explosion.
I think it's a creative use that would definitely provide some tremors for it to cue in on.
Cool.
It kind of depends on how far it's able to detect the tremors.
That's true. I could try. What do you guys think? Or is there another? Do we have another way?
I think that's a great idea. I think we can get that thing out quite a ways. I mean, it's still going to have to bypass the heartbeat of the ship and then detect that I'm actually doing anything. And
I can
like I
shoot
said,
2. Up to 2. So boom, boom. Maybe that would do it.
Yeah,
Shoot 2.
I'm down. Also, I'm going to go ahead and cast Longstrider on myself. Actually, who's you're my other fighter, right, for this thing?
I mean, I can fight too, but I'll stay back. You two go fast.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're already operating the or who's running the
I guess if you said it's Gnomon engineering, I'd probably do the firing then of the ballista.
Yeah, it makes sense. So just to double check, we've got the ballista on standby. We've got
Oh, I'm gonna ready up my Eldritch Blast.
we've got an archer, and are they going to be at a distance on that ship to hit this thing?
Oh, sorry about that, man.
You're talking
Like-
about the mind flayers?
Yeah, from the ship. If everybody's on the ship, are they going to be able to hit this thing once I pin it? Like, distance is good.
What's the distance? I can shoot like 150 feet. So
That's also at disadvantage. Just want you to know, man.
true. Maybe.
Yeah, we said what, 70, 75?
It's 75 feet out.
Yeah, I'm good. I can go.
Yeah,
That's
we're good.
That's in my medium. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna cast that on myself because I'm the only one running.
I mean, I can always cast Firebolt at 120 feet, so whatever
Yeah,
you need, bro.
I think we're gonna be good. I'm just
Plus
I'm
the
making
ballista,
sure I'm
I'm
good to
pretty
get
sure
out there.
could hit it at 75 feet.
Yep. So as soon as we're ready to execute, I would say go ahead and hit that fire that shot once I'm about to touch the ground over here.
Okay. Well, on cue, I will raise and aim and release, and then detonate it upon impact of the ground. I'll wait a couple of seconds, and then I'll shoot another one. And
All right. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna haul ass for that. I'm going to stealthily haul ass for that rock formation.
I'm going to stagger my shots out to give him about a little bit of time to run before the second one hits. So if it does think it hears him and turns, then it'll hear that other blast again and maybe turn back around.
And how far out did you shoot those, Bowie?
How far did we agree for me to shoot it?
As far as you can get it, but it
Okay.
doesn't really
120.
accuracy isn't really a big thing because we just need the explosion.
Yeah,
Okay, I
so
will
it
get it
doesn't
as
matter.
I will shoot it as far as I can comfortably shoot it, knowing it's going to hit where I expect it to hit, and then detonate in accordance with the plan.
All right, I need you to give me some feet.
Let's do 100 feet.
100 feet.
All
right.
Yeah. Does
To
that
the
work?
northeast,
Everyone?
right?
Correct.
North.
The arrow flies out and hits and explodes, and for a second you sit there and you look and your eyes strain and you're like, is it even around? And then right at the tail fin section where it had originally dug itself in, you see it tearing off through there. It looks like it is moving out that way. Yeah, if you
Okay,
if,
so what do you? Okay.
it was a good thing to put it a little bit short, because if you would have put it outside of its perception range, it wouldn't have hurt it.
Well, that's kind of what I was hoping for, also, because then as I see it start to get closer to it, I'm going to shoot an arrow at my max, like 150-yard range, to make it go, oh, another one, and then go even further.
Yeah, that's smart.
All right. So it pops
Nice.
out with what's going on.
The plan is working.
Cool. And I don't know how far I am at this point.
You got long strider on, so like basically it took you a move and a dash to cover
Cool.
that distance.
Nice. I'm gonna attach the chain.
All right.
I'm gonna move back out, and maybe about that halfway point, and I'm gonna start smacking that chain on the ice.
I didn't do that.
Oddly enough, I can still utilize.
Just missing Logan. What's your guy's name again?
Ron.
Ron? Wait.
GRONN.
Your real name is Ron? Or
No,
your character's
no.
name is Ron?
No, the character's name's Gron.
Gron. Okay. Got you. My fault.
It's a strong.
I was like, I
half-orcish
thought
name.
your name was Logan, and then I heard Ron, and I'm like, what? What?
Yeah.
All right.
Seriously though.
Here's some of the best drawing ever. There's a rock.
No way, dude. That looks solid like a rock, dude.
cover is
Like a rock.
Hey, why isn't my picture up here? Oh,
'Cause you're not here yet.
There's some mind flare stuff. And then I'm going to add. Boom. I believe that's it. All right. I believe
So-
Chauncey was on the side.
Vernon's on the ballista. Yep.
cool.
All right, you're sitting there smacking it, trying to draw its attention, and then you slowly realize that it is outside of the range to detect you because you're in effect like 200 feet away from it. So it does not respond.
So that means we can. you're safe then, right? For now.
Well, that means that he Gone is safe because he was able to at least get out there to be able to set up the trap. Now we just have to draw
Yep.
it back this way.
Cool. Can you get me an explosive arrow right next to it?
I believe I've
Or
already shot 2, and it's all I can do, unless you have an explosive arrow.
I
I
don't.
don't.
But I'm just gonna make more noise. I'm
I
gonna
could do the
I'm
Eldritch
gonna
Blast.
I'm gonna half orc this shit and just start beating the shit out of the ground with it.
Yeah, that's not going to do anything.
But I'm still gonna do it.
It's he's just not close, so he can't hear us. I think is the problem. Is there anybody? I don't know if this is stupid that has any type of ability that they could outrun it temporarily. Like if someone went out there and got its attention and it started running at him, could you make it back to the ship in time before it got to you?
Or we could just shoot fireballs and Eldritch Blasts at the ground.
Nah, it's
Does
got to
this-
get the hook. Like the whole point
this
of that is
ballista
so
have
it
to
can't
change?
go back down. And we can
No,
we can hold
I
it
know,
in
but-
place.
I know, but it went far enough northeast, so it's not hearing you. So if
That's
we
okay.
shoot,
We just gotta draw it back.
right, that's what I'm saying. Shoot something closer to the ship toward us to get its attention back this way. That's what I'm saying.
After
Okay.
the dust
Yeah.
settles from the explosions, you hear the heartbeat of the ship starting to take over, and then the blue slowly turns and addresses the ship and starts digging itself underneath and then pushing its way back to the boat.
Yeah. See, problem solved itself. I'm gonna start hitting the ground again.
I'll shoot some a firebolt at the ground, like in front of it to like draw it towards us.
Alright, what type of damage does the it does not do thunder damage?
No, it's just it's a firebolt.
Alright.
I'm just trying to like just make noise.
Yeah,
But,
I 100% get you. The shots hit on the target that you would normally like. All right, I'm trying to put it in front of it and guide it and stuff like that. But because there's no transference of sound or energy going into the ground, it's just like fire just erupts on top of it. It's not influencing it, and it's still making a straight beeline for the ship.
Gotcha.
Cool. I'm gonna hit the ground some more.
Alright, it goes up to the ship and then stops. And then Gone is just whacking away. It's at this point that we're
Yeah, I
probably
am.
going to need to push in and do some initiative.
That's interesting. It doesn't attack the ship.
Well, who says it's
I'm gonna go through a
not?
tunnel,
It's just
guys.
not-
So if I lose you, I'll be back.
All right. Yet.
All right. We doing initiative?
Yes.
Word.
That is an ugly beast.
Hey,
Still hear you.
all right, cool.
Vernon got a 9 for his initiative.
Wow.
Can somebody roll mine for me? I'm unable to do so.
You guys got it? I can get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better than me.
Should be home in about 12 minutes.
Alright. Let's see. Vernon's at a 9. Gone is at a 18. Chauncey's at a 3.
Yep.
And I will go ahead
I-
and you know
I
what?
rolled him a 5.
Oh, you rolled him a 5? Got it.
I know what I was doing with the fire. I was basically just marking where he was. That's what I was doing.
Smoldering smoldering ice.
Well, yeah, I
Cuckoo.
mean, at least it shows everybody else if they look over there where he is.
All right, gone. It is your go. You're still beating the thing.
Yeah, how far? What do I see at this point? Is he even on my side of the ice?
Well, give me a perception check.
Yeah, there we go.
$14. It looks like it is starting to dig its way underneath the ship. So you would guess that it would be in between Chauncey and Raven, like down in that area.
Okay, cool. I am going to go ahead. I think I've made some significant noise, but I am going to cast. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Rope Trick and get it ready.
All right. How long is the casting for Rope Trick? Just to make sure.
How long does it last? For casting time is 1 action.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you're easily able to pop up Rope Trick. So rope coils up, puts it into a little bit of a pocket dimension.
Cool. And then I'm gonna use that that last action to smack the fucking ice again.
All right. So you got it up. You are smacking and having it go. Next is the Boule, who you can start to see it as it's cresting through. I will straight line distance. It is still underneath the ground, right up about at that point. It has moved. And that's as far as it has gotten. Your best guess on where it would be right about there. Given that distance and how far it traveled, you know that it can easily be on you in the next round. That is its turn. Next up is Vernon.
But it hasn't popped up yet, so I will hold my firing action for when it comes up, when it pops up.
Gotcha. Raven, it is your go.
I'm going to find a place where I would have a shot, if possible, and I would take a shot. If somebody could do that for me also, I would appreciate it.
All right, so you and Vernon are both holding your actions until you see it, and then you are going to take a
Perfect.
shot at it. That's
Okay.
what I'm hearing.
Yep. That is correct.
All right. Next up is Chauncey.
I'm just gonna say, hold.
Mhm.
Getting
I'm
some
kinda ready.
Ahab vibes.
Yes, I'm gonna ready my Eldritch Blast. When I see it pop up, either surface or on the hook, is when I'm gonna attack.
All right. Gone. It is your turn. This is your second encounter with this dangerous thing, and you just saw a plume heading straight for you. You know, given this speed, it's going to reach you on its turn, which is next. What would you like to do?
Cool. I am going to make sure my hook's good, and I'm going to hop up into my hidey hole.
All right. So, with the hook, is the hook baited? I remember we talked about it, but we didn't necessarily. We had 8 hours to make this happen. So, like, what's
Yeah. Just gore and meat and blood off of something I killed.
Gotcha. Boulet's turn. It it finally surfaces. There you go. Get that good subject X action going on. So it surfaced where you're at. It took a little bit of. It takes a little bit of its movement to actually jump up, and it is starting to clamor and try to climb up the rock in order to get you. Anybody who had held actions can go ahead and make that attack.
Yeah, he was first.
I missed.
All right.
Damn, so he missed the hook, huh?
No, I missed with
Did you shoot a couple
the
times, Tony?
ballista.
You said that you wanted somebody to roll for you, Bowie?
Yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be cool. Almost
It's all good.
28.
Dude, I'm so.
I had 28 damage on my Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Damn, that's good damage, bro. Damn.
That's some good hits. Let's see what Raven does.
Crackling energy. Awesome.
That's a 26. That's going to be a hit.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
For a total of 10 points of damage.
Hey, it's 10 points of damage. Woo.
And for whatever reason, I want my Eldritch Blast beams to be green.
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 Good times. Alright, it gets hit by 2 Eldritch Blast and an arrow as it is basically trying to clamber up and start taking some chunks out of you gone, but 2 hits cause it to divert its attention back towards the ship. That is its turn. Next up is Vernon.
I'll just try to shoot it one more time, but I'll be right back. I'll just roll a d20 and
Alright.
you let me know what the pluses are.
So, are you I don't think that you're proficient in siege weapons. It has the loading property, so you know what? We'll just let it rip, and then whatever you roll, if it's over its AC, which is 17, you got it. Nice. Go ahead and give me 3d10.
This is gonna be huge. Come on.
That was terrible, just like my wife just said. Because I've got it on the big screen and she was looking at it. And that would be my turn as soon as after I get done with that.
Alright.
Because I think my whole action is just doing this.
Yeah, the huge hit to it. It definitely looks like it's wounded. It's definitely bloodied now. Raven, it is your go.
We'll take 2 more shots.
We still need people to roll those for you?
Yeah. Almost home.
Alright. First one is going to be a dirty 20. That's going to be a hit. Next one is going to be 17. Meets it, beats it.
Nice.
6 damage and 7 damage for a total of 13.
Hell yeah.
This thing is down to single
sprayed-
digits. Anything else you're doing
You
on your
sprayed
turn?
our road. No, that'll be it.
All
I'm
right.
just pulling
To
in.
knock it out. To knock it out.
Next step is Chauncey.
Yes.
All right, I'll be back, guys.
Okay. Should we wait a minute or go?
That's
So
up to you
if we
guys.
bring it down to 0 hit points, we then have the option to either kill it or subdue it.
If it goes down to 0 hit points, you could be like, I could be like, okay, it's dead, and you're like, I actually just wanted to knock it out, and then it's like, okay. It's just knocked out then.
I will preface this: if this hits and it goes to 0, I just want to knock it out instead of killing it.
Okay.
So I will hit it with another blast, and we'll see what happens here. That's not gonna hit.
Flies off the carapace. The
Green was just
thickened
not
shell.
As a bonus action, I do not have a bonus action. That'll help in this case. So I will just yell out, "You got this, Gon!"
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. It is Gon's go. This thing looks like it is down to single digits, as it has this determination in its eyes to eat you.
Superman
What would you
punched
like
that
to
bitch.
do?
And you're muted.
Hunter's mark, and I am hitting them with everything I got, coming down with that great sword.
I gotta do something better than great.
To knock him out. To knock him out.
You're coming in broken, dude. I can't hear you.
To knock him out.
What?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, we're trying to get money too. That's cool.
So I'm coming down with that great sword and hitting him as hard as I fucking can.
All right. Anything above a 17.
Okay, hold on a second.
I look back at Vernon and I'm like, what's he gonna do?
There we go.
So that's a miss, but you have graze, correct?
I do have grays.
So what does it do on a failure? It's your strength modifier, right?
It is. Yeah. It's the ability modifier used to make the attack roll, which for me
Strength.
is a
4. 4 is exactly the amount of hit points that it has.
cool. Still works. I'm gonna knock it out with that thing.
All right.
And then for my next action, I'm going to give a very loud, triumphant scream. Even though I nicked it.
Standing over its unconscious, heavily breathing body, you are victorious as you raise your sword. This thing's got a ballista bolt out of it. It's got 2 pock marks from an eldritch blast. It's got arrows sticking out of it. Like, you're good. But
Might I just add, real fast, you are 75 feet away from us. We can't really see on the other side of it, so it still looks badass from our angle.
Yeah, and I'm actually just going to stick my sword in it as much as I can before they get there, just so it looks more triumphant.
Well, it is now unconscious, but is a large hulking monstrosity.
How do we get it to the ship?
I got that chain.
Get it pulling. If you can pull
Well,
it.
I'm gonna start
There's
pulling
lo-
it.
Also, those 3 that were telekinetically picking things up earlier that could do it.
I'm gonna start pulling it.
So the 3 small ones with the telekinesis are unwilling or unable to do it. They can't telekinesis anything. And subject beta comes out, and actually a flesh golem that looks like it's a hodgepodge between like a dwarf, an elf, and like a reindeer. Just think like the Northwest like deer man. Cryptozoological things is basically helping you haul this thing in. And as it looks half of its face, it goes, nah. You guessing it's maybe good job or something, or kill me? Who knows?
Yeah, I'll just respond in Orcish and try to have a conversation with it as we're walking up.
It does not engage any further in any conversation, but with a little
Doesn't
bit
mean
of
I
help,
stop.
they're able to get it chained up and inside of a crate. So
Cool.
that's
I want
where
my
it is going
teeth.
to be. You are able to get your teeth as a trophy.
Sweet. All right. I'm happy with myself.
Good job, Graham. Your plan worked.
Excellent.
Damn, dude, that turned out really well.
Now, as much as I liked this place, I really don't. But I don't want to be here when it decides to wake up.
I agree.
So who wants to go talk to Dredovix?
He actually comes down there, and he has inside of a small, wrapped up in like a small satin handkerchief. Looks like there is a, well, for lack of a better word, it looks like a hand crossbow without the arms on it. It's completely metallic. It's got a
Yes,
small
is it the magic
hole.
missile?
Is it the what?
The magic missile pistol?
Do you have Identify?
I do have identify. I could take 10 minutes and do that if that's what we need to do.
Do you have a pearl worth 100 gold pieces?
Ooh.
That
Oh
is the
yeah, never
material
mind then.
component.
Yep. I don't know why I have that spell then.
Oh, it's important for an artificer to have. So you're looking it over. You can tell that this thing isn't magical. It seems to be a little bit more based in technology. Even though it is close to things that you've heard of, it's not anything that you're familiar with. It's gonna take you probably about an hour of sitting down with it and trying to figure it out before you can kind of figure out how this thing actually functions.
I'm willing to stay on this boat one more hour. And that's it.
They didn't have any of the card. What is it? Cardamom?
Charlatan.
Charlatan.
Charlatan was not offered.
You inquire about the Charlatan, and they say, while they have seen the black glass metal that you were talking about, it agitates them. There's something about it that it's almost like a constant screaming in the back of their mind. They tend to avoid this stuff.
Well,
All right.
good to know. Hey, Chauncey.
Yes. Yes.
Keep that in your back pocket.
What am I putting in my back pocket? What is this?
And I just lean in and I'm like, it bothers them. It bothers the mind flayers.
Noted. But if it does that to them, what's it do to others?
It makes some go crazy. That's what I've heard. I don't know. Tests must be had. We must get some to have some tests done.
I myself am interested in this Chartolin. Did you have any luck with that item you're holding in your hand? What is it, and what does it do?
I don't have a pearl, so I can't really
Maybe
identify it
ask them.
exactly what it does.
Ask them what it is, maybe. He just gave you something. Oh, what's this?
Do you ask?
I'll ask. What is it?
It's a thank you gift. It is Captain. What is his name? Drevix. We'll just call him Captain Vex. Captain Vex. It's his personal sidearm.
Very nice. Thank you. It's a cool gift. Tell him what it is. Yeah, that's awesome. Go ahead. Yeah, you can hear me. Well, that's what it is.
Much appreciated. What kind of ammo does it take?
He starts talking about the complex inner workings and mechanisms of it, and then you're pretty smart, but your eyes kind of glaze over. It's not based in anything that you're familiar with. Instead of incantations and infusions, it is purely science, which, to a certain degree, is indistinguishable from magic.
I don't trust
The
either.
hoodity whatity? You stuck like I. All right, thank you very much for this. I don't. It's amazing. And I'm just gonna fuck with it.
You,
Try to figure it out.
it's gonna take you an hour, and then we're gonna do like a investigation check on it.
Totally fine with me.
If you're trying to burn the hour to do the check, let me know. Right now, in game time, it is about 6 o'clock in the evening, so it is starting to get dark. Do you know where your little adventurers are?
Yeah, we're about to go elsewhere in an hour.
That'd put us at 7 p.m.
Yep. Sound good to everybody? I'm about to roll that investigation.
Yeah, we'll go for it. When we can decide after.
Do I have any? I feel like I would have some some way of getting advantage.
Well,
Anything.
I've been doing a lot of thinking about this. Please tell me, what do you think?
Can I give him guidance on that, knowing that he's trying to?
This is over the course of an hour, so you'd have to sit there and constantly spam guidance.
Oh no, I'm gonna go wander and do my own thing.
I'm trying. Yeah, you said it's not magical, so I can't do like magical tinkering with it.
Nope. It is a mundane object, but it has technology associated with it. You know that there are certain artificers that are able to create these types of weapons through the course of using their magic, but you're not one of those artificers.
I feel like I would have something for it, but
Well, you know your
I'm not.
character, so what are you thinking?
I mean, I know him pretty well, but not. I mean,
Because your character is smart and stuff like that, you are not making this a disadvantage. This is just going to be a raw investigation roll.
okay. All right, here we go. Well, I got a +7, so wish me luck. I've been rolling like shit today, boys.
Mhm.
And it continues. 9.
So you are figuring it out, and you're like, okay, this moves, that moves, okay, and then you touch it, and it lights up, and you're like, oh, this is amazing, and your finger rests on the trigger guard, and the weapon discharges. A large burn mark in the side of the ship. It looks like it shot out pure radiant energy. You're not sure how that happened. Um, for all intents and purposes, you are at one failure. You've used one of the ammos for it, and your next, because you got so low on this one, your next check is going to be at a disadvantage. You need to get a total of 2 checks successful, which is going to be 15 or higher.
Awesome.
So your first one, you couldn't glean any insight. And
There we
you ended
go.
up using-
15.
Are you burning another hour?
Oh, never mind. Whatever we gotta do, we gotta go. Try to find that one guy.
The nice part is you know that it works. He didn't hand you something that was bunk. And you look, and it it looks like there's a small viewport that when you fired it, for lack of a better term, it went down 1 tick.
So I was also curious, like, because I did ask him how it works and all that, like ammo and all that. What do I do for ammo?
So it's got 7 shots left. That's how much ammo is on the ticker.
Okay. Gotcha. Where to, boys? Head towards head towards town.
Ooh, let me end this combat. Close that sidebar, and then pull up the map of Icewind Dale.
What was the experience? I assume we killed that.
Yes. Well, you defeated it, so you get experience for defeating it as well. You get 360 experience.
360. Nice.
Does anybody need a break right now?
I'm
maybe
good.
a small
I'm
one.
good.
Oh, okay. You guys are good.
Well, I was gonna take this time to
I was
go
gonna
get
go
some
pee real
water.
quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you guys,
Take a
I just
break.
need a drink real quick.
water and pee. I'll be right back.
Old man bladder.
We're missing someone tonight. Anyone hear from him?
So it's about 7 p.m.
All right, I'm back. So we can say that you guys talked about what was going on as Vernon was working on his stuff. So it's like 7 p.m. in the evening when he finishes. What's everybody thinking?
I'd really like to know what everybody is thinking. The two things that are in my head that I know of is we know about the missing Chardlin and the conclave or whatever it's called in Sunblight, right? Which is around the corner from us. Or Vernon, I know you really, really want to go get the killer that has eluded you for so long. I'm looking for his name because it always eludes me. Savick, thank you. I don't know if Jay's back or not.
Where's I can't remember the other guy's name, but we're missing someone today.
Yeah, we're missing Damien, who's playing Gabs Dastardly. We are missing Calum, who Adam is playing.
3 people. 2 or 3 people we're missing today? There's 2, right?
I think we're just down 2. Take a list at the list of players. Yep, we're out Damien, we're out Adam.
I hope they're all right.
I do too. I'm pretty sure once they watch this on the YouTubes, they will be very proud of you.
The YouTubes.
Well, they are missed.
I want to take that asshole out.
Huh?
That cheating piece of shit. I want to take him out. Just saying. That elf. You know what I'm talking about?
Column?
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, you know the guy who's never lost a a fighting match with a familiar,
Yeah.
and then Jay's like, I think I got him, and then
Yeah.
yep,
The guy with the imp.
You're cheating through the shit.
Now he's back in.
Doesn't even make it fun to do or watch. It's illegal.
I know. Well, here's the thought process.
Don't worry. That's part of the rules that are going to be put forth.
Good, because there were no rules the last time. You guys were like, how do we do this? I don't know. We just like smash things against each other until one of them dies. So you've got Column, you've got Sefik. You know that the Dwerger or the Dark Dwarves are going to be heading to Sunblight, which is there. You have heard rumors about a giant around Dugan's Hole that's not very happy. You have the fishermen that are missing next to East Haven. You still have an Ecclesiosaurus, aka Finn Wake Rider.
No thanks. You guys pissed him off enough. I believe we determined that the fishermen on that lake were deceased.
Yes, all of your wheel and woe and your augury let you know that they were not able to be saved. And I think you also asked for the rescue party on Kelvin's Cairn, and since in game it's been like, yeah, this is like the 10th day. This is the 10th day at 7 o'clock. It's pretty safe to say that whoever was there from that party has died. Oh, Jay, give me a charisma save, DC 13. As you are slowly working with this object, trying to figure it out, part of the reasons why you didn't do so well is a spectral hand comes up as you're working with this thing. It moves in front of your face, and while it would have a grotesquely ghastly visage, this thing seems a little bit more placated. It seemed it waited until there wasn't anybody else around. And it says to you, I have unfinished business. If you would help me, I can tell you where my treasure is hidden.
What kind of things do you need help with?
Well, I was killed on Kelvin's Cairn with an expedition. I seek the rest of my items and the death of the Yeti that killed me and my party members. If you could do this, I feel as though I can finally rest.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
You seemed more capable than Trex. It was a shame that he had to die, but you seem to be an upgrade.
Strax. Does that name mean anything to me?
Yeah, one of those kobolds that you killed. the leader of the kobolds. That was his name, Trex.
Oh yeah. Hmm. All right. Well, I will do what I can and head that way as soon as we can.
The spirit melds with your physical form as knowledge of like botany and flowers and like floral arrangements and stuff that you normally didn't have any care for kind of floods into your mind. Are you proficient in nature? So you are going to gain the proficiency in nature, but you are also consumed with the desire to kill this Yeti. So there's some plot thickens.
Chauncey,
What? What?
Lo-
Yes.
Logan,
What?
Yep.
Raven, guys.
Yeah.
Do you remember hearing about a fucking Yeti?
It's been a long day, man.
Do I know anything
Yeah.
about a Yeti?
What are you
No.
spouting out about?
You know
Do
that
I
there are
remember that?
Yetis around this area. They tend to keep to the higher passes, and they tend to prey on unwitting travelers as well as like mountain goats and stuff like that.
No. Yeah, Yetis are assholes. I'll kill one.
Yeah, you want to kill one? I really want to kill one. I feel like we should go to Kelvin's Cairn. Remember that expedition that got lost? Chauncey, remember that? Like, that was like
That was
last
Daisy.
week. That was like 10 days ago, something like that.
Look, you had me
Like-
at killing Yetis. Let's just go.
Yeah, see? I like this guy.
Where's this coming from?
We haven't really had a course or a place to go to. I felt like we were just bouncing off ideas, trying to figure out what we should do, and I feel like this is probably a great thing to do. We can go get the expedition, find where the expedition was, take care of this Yeti, and just
Daisy?
maybe we could let people like their souls rest, because I feel like that was what, like I said, 10 days ago. There's no way that they survived that.
Didn't you just somebody meld into your brain about some missing Charlatan? Didn't you just tell us about this? Now you're talking about Yetis?
Well, no, I mean, I want Charlatan, yes, I want Charlatan, but that's something that I can't get yet. We can't get right now, so I'm trying to think of what we can do right now.
All I know is it's 7 o'clock and I'm tired. What are you guys thinking?
You
I'll
probably
drive.
get some rest, and then
I want to get off this boat. I don't like it.
I don't really have a preference, but I'll stick with the group.
Kelvin's Cairn's a pretty far distance. If I remember right.
It is
Just to the north.
all the
Do
way
you
up
know-
there.
I'm down.
Now, didn't you say that, was it East Haven was where the Charlatan was missing? Isn't East Haven on the way?
East Haven is on the way. If you went due north to Dugan's Hole, then to Goodmead, you could use the cross paths to go to East Haven.
Yeah, I was asking Vernon. You know,
I would
Yeah.
tell you the same thing.
I mean, I'll go, but I really want to stop in East Haven and ask about this chart line. Since it's on the way. All right. When do you guys want to leave?
In the morning, probably. We could all probably use some rest.
Can we ask
Well,
Bex?
except for Logan.
We had rest?
He looked pretty Logan looks pretty rested.
Yeah, I'll drive.
We're all gonna sleep on the sled.
Curl up. I'm a lizard. I don't care.
I got dark vision.
It's not necessarily the smoothest ride that facilitates any sort of restfulness.
I can sleep anywhere.
Or we can
All right.
just
Well,
ask
let's
Bex
just-
if we can just stay on the boat a little longer.
yeah, just sleep until morning and then we'll go. Easy.
If you rest now, it'll be 3 o'clock when we leave.
Resting when he's moving. We're roughing it.
Where did the rest of the party go? What town?
So Gabs went to try to do a tour of the towns and get everything together, like start getting people interested in this familiar fighting ring that's going on. And then Caleb went with him as kind of like his protection / like, hey, I can talk to animals. We can make sure that all this stuff's on the up and up. And then Raven went with him for a little bit and then was like, all right, you guys are safe past the boule. I'm going to head back. And then that's where he's at.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody have any type of shelter if we decide to travel for a few hours? Or do you just want to rest here for 8 and get up early?
I can make shelter anywhere.
I've got a 2-person tent. But we all know that you can fit 4 people in that pretty easy. Maybe no.
Not me.
Oh, you're big. What are you? You need one to yourself?
No, I don't need one. I'm good.
He's just going to cut the boule in half and like Hans or Luke Skywalker himself into it like a tauntaun.
Yeah. I can make a shelter on the fly. I'll cut down some branches and build an A-frame.
So what do you guys say about maybe traveling 4 or 5 hours and then resting and then hit it again in the morning?
Yep, let's go.
There's no town
And
between.
I'm just gonna start walking.
Is there a town, like, do we pass through a town by chance?
It depends on which way you go. You should be seeing the map where we're at.
Yeah, I would say since we're familiar with the little stream pass on the way to the 10 trail, I think since we're familiar with that multiple times we've traveled it, I think that's our safest bet. Because we've never been the other way with the dogs.
I mean, you guys went like an hour, and then you were like, "Ooh, there's that big, huge fortress in
Yeah.
the distance."
We're like, we'll come back.
That looks ominous as fuck, yo.
So Vernon, we were just saying we're all willing to travel about 4 or 5 hours tonight, and then we'll stop and get up early. But let's get on the road early. How about it?
Like a plan. Let's
All
go.
right.
It was a pleasure working with you. I
Good luck
say
in your
that-
travels, Vix.
Yeah. And if you need our help again, you know how to get a hold of us. Because I still have that coin thing, or the crystal.
the little psychic link thing?
Mhm. I'm assuming it's still attached to me.
You mean the communicator device that who was it?
He
Burrow?
said there won't be any more of these sent out, because it was supposed to be destroyed in 24 hours. Some remember, but I'm assuming I still have it.
Yeah. That you do.
All right. Vernon, you driving the sled?
Well, let us ride. His fizz, her fizz, onward.
So go ahead and then move your token 10 feet. That'll be the amount of stuff that you can travel in an hour. So I'm gonna let you figure that out.
So we're right here.
And then we're just letting Vernon be the person who does that. Alright.
There we go.
First hour goes through. Everything's good. Now the wind is starting to pick up. The temperature is dropping down significantly.
Put on my cloak and cold weather gear.
I would imagine that you already have it on, because without it you're
Oh, yeah.
exposed to the elements.
If I have anything else, you know.
It looks like there's going to be a blizzard coming in. And it is going to arrive not this hour that you're doing it, but the next hour.
We should take an hour and dig in.
Set up your whatever you have.
Yeah, this is we're good. We're right on the peninsula of the mountain as well, so we should be able to find like an overhang or a cave.
I tell you what, it's dark.
gonna build a
Whoever is
shelter.
doing that, give me a survival check.
I'll do it.
All right.
Wait a minute. Sorry.
You managed to find a
18.
good spot that could hold you up and protect you from the incoming snow that's about getting ready to dump on you guys. So you found a decent sized cave that can fit all of you plus the dogs.
Cool. Can I get a fire going?
Yeah, that's all part of that roll.
Sweet.
Nicely done.
So
Oh,
preparing
yeah.
the campsite and stuff like that is going to take that hour. So it is upon you right now. It's 9 o'clock. It is starting to get really bad outside, and it doesn't look like there's any signs of letting up. It looks like 6 hours worth.
Perfect.
Well, we're gonna rest for 8, so
Might as well take it.
Cool.
So that gets you up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Perfect. Whew.
sounds like a plan.
Well, that was a long storm. Cold, bitter.
Everybody was able to get their long rest in, so all their spell slots. Oh, take one ration away. And then also, I don't know if you're feeding his fizz and her fizz as well, but for them to gain the benefits of a long rest, they're going to need a ration as well.
They have I put rations in the sled. I don't know where that is. Because I know I had 10 extra for them.
Yeah, as long as you're keeping track of it.
Alright.
I bought a few
Done.
extra for them just in case, also.
All right, so you are able to get up in the morning, do what you need to do. This next portion, you go ahead and do the other 10 feet. All right, morning time frame. It is starting to get just a little bit lighter. Go ahead and do another 10 feet. All right. Still nothing. Go ahead and another. Alright, and now you're on a trail, so your dogs will help you out. You can actually do the 20 per hour. So go ahead and do 20.
Right.
Alright, and another. It has finally reached the point where it is your 4 to 5 hours worth of light that you've got. So go ahead and give me another 20.
Good,
This is like some Oregon Trail stuff.
I'm gonna exert the dogs and get there in an hour. I can get to Bryn Shander in an hour by exerting the dog.
Alright, so they take 1 level of exhaustion as you mush them up, and then you are in Bryn Shander, or at least the outskirts of Bryn Shander. It is obviously the largest of the towns in 10 towns. There's about 1,500 people, huge, large area. Is there anything that you're going to be doing in that town? Are you stopping, getting provisions,
I'd like
passing
to.
by?
I'd like to see if there's something at one of the markets. But I still have the 17 gold that I had when I start. Or is there, if I need more, like, is that what we've gotten so far, or like with all the distribution?
That's what you've gotten so far. The other
That's correct,
reward that
okay.
you had, you ended up forfeiting half of it so that way you could make rent on a house
Okay.
in
I just wasn't sure. Is like if you give
Lonelywood.
gold, do I have to add it, or do you do that to our sheets?
No, I would tell you that you got X amount of money for
Okay.
whatever.
All right. I'm gonna go and try to find a bow shop and see if I can find explosive arrows. See if there's any for sale.
Unfortunately, those are not something that they would carry.
So, okay. I'm all right. That's it then.
All right.
Is there? Can I find an armor or weapons?
Yeah, what are you looking for? Anything that you find is like player's handbook prices.
Does anybody have a bigger sword?
Bigger than a greatsword?
Yeah, or more powerful.
I don't think that there's anything that goes higher than the 2d6 plus 2. They say that there are places, like this is old giant country, so there are different tombs and stuff like that that are said to have the treasures of the Jarls of old. There is even a fabled floating city out on the lake of moving ice where it's rumored that the Frostmaiden herself ends up staying at, and that's where she basically kicked the frost giants out of, and it's an old frost giant stronghold.
Metal. All right. Cool. How long are we gonna be here?
We're about to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't
Oh.
count any of this time against you. It was easy to just be like, you got anything special? Nope, not too much.
Pass through more or less.
All right.
Noted.
So for the next 3 hours, if I were to go 60 and we're going to East Haven, I would end up right here on the trail.
That's for 3 hours?
That's for 3 hours. That would be 8 hours. I believe that'd be 8 hours. Right there. Like in 1 more hour, we can make it to East Haven.
You'd be in East Haven at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Is that what you guys want to do? You wanted to go
Metal.
to East Haven, right?
Make it happen.
Mm-hmm. All right. Bam.
As
We're
you
gonna
are,
have to rest after the day of travel as well. Not right this second, but we will.
as you guys are pulling into the town of East Haven, you start to see over from the east the Ragahead Glacier, a large creature with an immense wingspan lazily flapping up above. The reason you see it is because the minor amount of sun that you get, it eclipses that. It is Avaturus. It is the great white worm of the north. It looks like she is out on another hunt. Other than that, that's the most interesting thing that's happening.
Is that a regular occurrence there?
She does happen to make an appearance. Primarily, it is on the nights of the new moon. She will go out looking for the food sacrifices. And then rumor has it that she has an interest in an old shipwreck that is up north. A few people have passed up that direction trying to go to Anjanakh's Bell, and said that they saw her and they quickly hid, but they definitely saw her crawling all over that ship.
Huh.
All right, so what's the idea? What are you guys thinking?
What were you guys looking for here? Yeah. Talk to who? Do what?
Rolled.
So this is a larger place. This is a place that bust, the ship's mast, got stolen from. It is also the second largest city. It has a sizable population of people that are light fingered. They say that pickpocketing is not illegal in this area, and there are known thieves' guilds to operate in and around the East Haven area. And they are still looking for brave adventurers, because you see it up, weathered and beaten. Still looking for those couple fishermen that have disappeared.
Sorry about that. I was just trying to get the proficiency in.
But I figure that this is a good stopping point for tonight. I want to figure out what you guys are trying to do for next week. What next week looks like for you.
I say we carry on with the Kelvin's Cairn.
Yeah.
What does Raven and Chauncey think?
Yeah, it sounds reasonable. I'll go with the group. Majority's going. I'll go with them. They've saved me a couple times. I owe it to them.
I'm gonna kill a Yeti.
I don't know why, but my microphone changed and I've been talking this whole time. Son of a bitch.
You're back.
Nobody-
I can hear you now.
I was like, what the fuck, you guys?
I was wondering, you were doing this, and I was like,
I'm just like, you guys are cutting me off. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, I want to learn more about the Charterlin and the mast, what's going on, what happened in East Haven before we leave to go to the Yeti.
Okay,
That was the one reason I wanted to
so next week I'll have you guys meeting with the town speaker, getting the information about what's going on, and then you guys are gonna prepare yourselves for the quest for Kelvin's Cairn.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. And then you would know that there would be one other person who would be able to give you a little bit more information, and that is the person whose actually quest it was to look for people on the mountain climb.
Yeah, what didn't I make friends with him?
Keegan? Yeah.
Yes, Keegan Valrin.
Yes, you totally did. When
That's
you were
Garrett's
like,
husband.
when you were like, I'm gonna go there right now and rescue this person, you did make friends with them.
I tried.
I'll have to check the tape on that, but I don't think that it happened like that.
I wasn't able to. We weren't able to go that way. I really wanted to.
You're going to, and then you guys figured out that Sefik was the killer and pursued him.
Yep.
Yep. And then he lost you guys cutting across the tundra. But last thing you knew, Sefik was headed towards the Dark Duchess.
Yeah.
I don't feel that moon near anymore, guys. Just so you know. Like, I feel like I'm not able to do anything with it. Like, I'm not attuned to it anymore.
So I figure that's what we'll do next week. Is we will hit up East Haven, see what's changed. You're gonna get the lay of the land for Kelvin's Cairn. And then yeah, if that's what you guys want to do, we will do the Kelvin's Cairn.
Sounds good.
Cool.
I thought we also had talked about it, like who else needed to be rescued and all that stuff. And at the time, we weren't able to do it. Yeah.
I don't know. Everything's got a ticking clock on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, gents. Hope you
All right,
have a
guys.
wonderful night.
all right, okay, see you guys later.
Later.
Cool, guys.
I'll be it, Poppy.
All right, see. All right, have a good night, guys.
All right.
Hey, by the way, go
Yes.
Chiefs.
I'm on the fence.
Three-peat,
I'm on
baby.
the-